How's it going, everybody? This is TurboJim here. I'm doing my very first Let's Play today, okay? So if you could cut me just a little bit of slack, as I really have no idea what I'm doing. But today I'm going to be playing for y'all a classic and arguably one of the best Mario games to ever be made, Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, before we get started, I guess I could say this is probably it is my favorite of the Mario games, and it was also the first I've ever played. And I used to play this with my cousins, and we always used to have a blast. We'd play for hours on end, and sometimes never get past World 2. But I'll do my best for y'all, and just a nice walkthrough, and I'll try to keep it fun and interesting the whole time too. If we're ready, then here we go. And what a wonderful way to start off my first Let's Play. Wrong button. Oh no, it's the most dangerous enemy in the world. Too late, it's dead. And like I said, this is my first Let's Play. I'm going to try to improve as I go if I keep going. And you guys just tell me in the comments what you think. What I need to make changes. I'm going to try to get a better microphone than what I currently have. And maybe later I'll have a reaction camera too. But for now, what I got is what I got. And I'm trying to make do with it. Oh, and there's a secret up here. If you can take off and follow this trail of coins. There's one up here. And for later levels, this will be very, very useful. So I'm going to start stockpiling now. And if you get this block, there's a P switch here that turns all the blocks into coins. You can stock up on some coins and not get hit by the Koopas. And for a final finish, we miss. Alright. This is first level down, and I really don't know the level count in this game. I probably should look that up before I started. That would have probably been a good idea too, but like I said, this is my first time. So. Oh, and I guess it would probably be a good idea if I explain the mechanics of the game. Down is crouching, and when you're on a slope like this one over here, you can slide and you can hurt enemies while sliding. Okay, not a good example, but you can hurt enemies while sliding. Hold the Y button to pick up like turtle shells and spring blocks, and it'll also let you run faster and jump farther. Of course, mushroom makes you bigger. It lets you take one hit before you die. Super leaf lets you transform into Raccoon Mario, and as Raccoon Mario, if you build up your run meter, you can then fly. In this block, there is the Starman. Makes you invincible to basically any enemy attack. You can still be crushed, and you can also still fall off the stage and die. But there we go, that's stage 2. Okay, and the little cards that I get at the end of each level, that's another mechanic that I'll get into if it works in the end of this level, but I'll probably still explain it anyway. Basically, if you get 3 cards of a type, you'll get a certain number of 1-ups according to what level it is. For just stars, you get 5 1-ups. For flowers, I think it's 3, and mushrooms, it's 2. I don't remember for sure. It might be 7, 5, and 3, but see, I don't remember either. We'll figure that out according to the first time I get the first 3 cards. But. And as you saw, I broke the blocks and found the hidden note block, and I used it to basically find a level bypass, and it also is full of coins. So, and you know, every 100 coins you get, and it's been this way in a lot of Mario games actually, it gives you a 1-up as well. Alright, we got all 3 cards, and that will give me 5 up. Okay, so it's, I think, 5, 3, and 2. And if you just get, if every 3 levels you beat, if you don't match up the cards, you just get one up anyway. Toad houses. Toad houses have extra items you can pick up and carry with you and use, like you get stuck on a level, or you really just don't want to try tackling a level, like if you're Small Mario. So we got Fire Flower, you know, that's classic Mario power up that lets you throw items. This block right here I'm on is kind of a slot machine type world house thing. If you line them up, you'll get the same bonus like if you got the cards at the end of a level. And I've never been very good at these. Let's see what we can do. Mushroom. Flower. And star. Okay, I couldn't have done any worse, but alright, on to the first. These are kind of midway castles. When you destroy these castles, you will open the little door you see kind of towards the top left of the screen, and if you were to have a game over after you beat this castle, the castle will stay defeated, it was destroyed, and you can get around a large portion of the levels. It's usually how it works out. So the game's not completely unforgiving if you have a game over after you put so many hours into different areas. And I totally forgot to start a timer to know how long I've been going, so sorry if when this video makes it to YouTube I have to cut the video because of time restraints, but you have to do what you have to do. Nope. Okay, I'm using a remote that's not exactly a controller, that's not specifically set up for this, and it sometimes when I push down he starts running to the side instead, so we'll have to see how that goes, because I can see so many ways that that's going to foul up everything I'm doing through the whole rest of this game and every other thing I play. And yes, I said foul up. I'm going to do my best to avoid using any language throughout all of my Let's Plays. Now, I can't speak for guests that I may have on my Let's Play if it continues on and doesn't fizzle out. But, alright. And as I go, I will get better. I'll try to be happier. I'll try to be nicer and more funny, but here we go. You see, here's a good example of the sliding. See, you use it to kill enemies, and that was really stupid on my part. Not that I haven't played this game many hours and done it really well, but I kind of waited a long time to start this Let's Play, so I wouldn't be really good at it, although the best I ever did wasn't exceptionally good. But I didn't want to... I wanted to go into it kind of a fresh look at it, so all the things that would grab someone who hasn't played it before, they would come back to me. I'd have something to talk about and something to... And I'm rambling again, aren't I? Okay, and that card you saw that appeared on top of the old castle, those will appear after you... under certain circumstances in the levels. They are item flip stages, and at one time I knew all the patterns and for all the way through the game, but I don't remember now. If you match 2 cards, let's pick this one. Okay, if you match 2 cards, you get that item, and you can keep picking until you make 2 unmatched sets, like I did. Then you get to keep collecting the items, and if I remember right, through the game, it will. You keep using the same card deck until you've got it completely emptied out, and then it will give you a new one. Right, and let's see how this goes. Oh, and I've just noticed something, and I probably shouldn't say this, especially not in this level, my absolute worst level in the entire game. I haven't died yet, and I know I'm calling on the Let's Play curse. Come here, hit me! But I don't care. I'm saying what I want to say, and it can stay away for all I care. Slide. Aha, there it is. I knew there was a 1-up somewhere in there. And I'm not sure. I think if you have the raccoon powers, you can make that jump down there below. But I always just take the top route and don't worry about it. and you want to bounce off this guy's head to make the jump. And watch out for that guy. When you make the mad dash in to try, if when you first start running into the checkpoint or the finishing area, or as it would be in the older games, the flagpole, but the card block, if you run into it, there's a certain timing you get, and if you do it right every time, you will always get a star. Now, of course, the last 2 times I haven't done it correctly, but you gotta watch it, because they will throw in enemies to try to break your pattern, and you kind of got to be careful, because it's a real killer for at the end of a level to be, yes, I made it, and then run headlong into a green Koopa or a Goomba. But we haven't done that yet this time. Let's try to keep it that way. Alright, the guy you see above me, that is a Hammer Brother. He will move around the map as I complete levels and sometimes fail levels. Beating him will usually result in an item like a Starman power-up, but I believe they also give like music boxes and stuff later. We'll get into the items later, but I'll try to explain each one of them as I come to it. You got to be careful when you run up underneath things. Sometimes they'll drop down on the lower level and then you're kind of caught. Alright, Fire Flower. You know, classic Mario, throw fireballs. That's all it does. It lets you take an extra hit too. Alright, Starman, like I said, it makes you invincible. I feel like I'm doing okay. I've got 12 lives in first world. I'm going to go back and do world 4. Okay, this world is an auto side-scrolling level. Remember how I said that other level was my hardest that I've ever had in the game? Yeah, I lied. This one's it. And for me to even take this level on without Raccoon Mario is also not a very bright idea. But we'll just have to see how it goes. It may work out. I may die, but we'll see. I mean, all this level is basically just a lot of platforming. I mean, of course, Mario platformer. It wouldn't have platforming in it. No, it's got platforming, and that's all this level is. You just make simple jumps, but between side-scrolling and the occasional collapsing ledge, it can be quite tough. When I was younger, I could never get by this level. I would always try to fight it, and basically I would always die. I want to say there's a 1-up somewhere around here too, but I'm not exactly sure where it is, and I'm going to die if I don't get a move on. Boomerang Brother. The guy over there, Boomerang Brother. They throw boomerangs, they come back. The killer is with them, if you run towards them, you can usually kill them relatively easily. Then you gotta watch out for the boomerang on the return stroke. You can usually just let it get out of your line of sight and you'll be fine. See, I got just a random set of cards and you still get 1-up every 3 levels you complete. Okay, I'll take a moment here now to explain the bottom of the screen. The bar, big blue bar you see at the bottom. Of course, the 3 on the right are the cards you get at the end of each level. And over on the left, you have your life counter, what world you're in. There are 7 normal worlds and then Bowser's World, that's 8 if I remember right. The P with the arrows leading to it, that's your run gauge. Your scores below that. Your coin counts on the top right shows you how close you are to getting another 1-up every 100 coins you get. And then your timer, it's zeroed out on the map screen, but in levels it counts down, and if it ever hits 0 in a level, then you die. Alright, Toad House. Grab one more item before we go off to take on... Well, I won't spoil it for you. I'll just let you see. And there is a pattern to the way the Toad Houses put out their items too. And a little bit of it is a mind game as to which one do you think will have the best item in it. And sometimes they know which one they think you would pick and then they swap it. It's weird. There's a pattern to it. There is a pattern to it. It's always the same for, I think, at least the first 2 levels. Oh, it's terrible. The king has been transformed. Please find the magic wand so that we can change him back. But for anyone who ever saw Super Mario Brothers 2, Mario World 2, yeah, Super Mario Brothers 2, Toad was a playable character. Why can't Toad go do this? Why do we have to go save his hide every time something goes wrong? I'm guessing he's a king's attendant or something. I don't know. Alright. And I don't think it ever said, so I'll go ahead and explain. This is the Doom ship. Bowser's Koopalings, Koopa Kids. They've been called so many things over the years. I don't know what they're even officially called currently. Each one is on their own version of the Doom ship. You have to go through, like, just basically a big platforming stage, avoiding these regular standard cannons, which is kind of odd for the Mario franchise, and the bullet bill cannons, which you saw a little bit earlier, and we will see again. There, bullet bills. And you just gotta make it to the end, and then you have to fight them. So you want to try to have some power-ups or something so that you can take a few shots, because some of the later boss battles get quite dangerous with them. The first one's usually not too bad, and granted I have died on it before, but it's usually not too bad. After you destroy each of the Koopa Kids, I think that one's name was Iggy. Was that one Iggy? I think it was Iggy. I don't remember. You get the magic wand. You grab the magic wand, and we are magically and spontaneously warped out of the Doom ship, and then we fall from the sky. And we will return the wand to the king. Oh, thank heavens! I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here's a letter from the princess. Greetings. If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Princess Toadstool. And the little emblem you see in the bottom right corner that's flashing, that's the item she gave me. That is known as a P-Wing or a Power Wing. Basically, it's Raccoon Suit, except you have the infinite ability to fly for one level of your choosing. But it's only the level you choose it. The first one you use it on, okay? Like I said earlier, I did not set a timer before I started my recording, so there may be cuts in here according to the different, according to how I have to split up my time for YouTube. But just to be sure, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it here, and I will see you guys later. And, you know, if you like it, send me a like, subscribe, any little bit helps, and, oh, something else I forgot to say. I'm going to try to do posting. I'm going to try to post the videos, like, maybe 2 a week or so. It just depends on how much time I get to actually do my recording, because there's only really one day a week I can sit and record. But I'm going to try to record videos. I'm going to try to have a surplus and always be ahead, so if something happens like a cold or anything like that, I can still have videos playing for you guys. But alright, I thank those of y'all who watched my first, and I'm guessing this is either the second or third video. I have no idea how long I've been playing. But I thank you for watching, and like I said, likes, subscribe, enjoy it, and we'll try to have fun next time. See you later.